When a man is under stress, he rarely wants to talk about what's bothering him. So he retreats to his cave, the inner sanctum of his mind, to try and resolve his problem. To understand this, let's bring out our imaginary couple, Zainab and Ahmed. When Ahmed comes home from work one day, he heads over to his favorite armchair and hopes to relax and unwind. He's had a pretty rough day at work, and so he picks up his phone and tries to de-stress by quietly scrolling through his newsfeed. His wife Zainab notices that he's stressed, and so she goes over to him with a big cup of tea, sits down, and tries to support him in a way that she would want to be supported when she's stressed, which is by talking about feelings. So she asks him, "Is there something wrong?" He says, "No." She asks again, "I know something is bothering you. What is it?" He replies, "It's nothing." She says again, "Talk to me. What are you feeling?" And he insists, "Nothing," this time his voice raised. And they go on like this for several minutes before Ahmed gets up in frustration and leaves the room, making Zainab angry, hurt, and ignored. Her intentions were good, but the outcome was counterproductive. So what went wrong here? You see, when a man has entered his cave, this is his way of dealing with the stresses of the day. Men process information differently. Believe it or not, before they speak, they actually think. And this thinking could take minutes to hours. Because when they're silent, they're just trying to work out a response or a solution to a problem. And to make matters even more confusing for his wife, if a man does not have enough information to process an answer, he may not respond at all. He becomes so focused on solving this one problem that he temporarily loses awareness of everything else. Other problems and responsibilities fade into the background, and so to his wife, he becomes distant, unresponsive, and preoccupied. And at such times, he's incapable of giving his wife the attention and feeling that she normally receives from him. So when her husband doesn't talk, when he's silent, she assumes the worst and begins to think that he doesn't love her anymore or doesn't care about her or about her feelings. But what a woman needs to understand is that when her husband has entered his cave, this is his way of coping with problems and stress. It is not because he doesn't love her. So if you want to speak to your husband about something that's important and you can see that he's distant, then pick another time to speak to him. Give him some space. Don't follow him into his cave and don't try to drag him out of it either. Let him be there for some time. And once he has found a solution, once he has de-stressed, then he will be more receptive towards you, inshallah. In the next episode, we'll be looking at why sometimes giving unsolicited advice to a man can backfire. So stay tuned.